The capital wasteland of Fallout 3 is vast and mysterious, a place of danger, adventure, and good old-fashioned weirdness. While there are in-game tutorials to help explain some of it, there is plenty that goes unsaid. Here are 8 things Fallout 3 doesn't tell you. When you are constructing your character initially, it is a good idea to devote extra points to intelligence. Intelligence directly affects the number of skill points you get per level up, which in turn allows you to increase your ability to pick locks, shoot guns, and more. Adding intelligence later through things like bobbleheads won't retroactively add skill points for prior levels, so this is an area best focused on early. Yes, Fallout 3 has an auto-save system, however, it's a stingy one, only saving when you enter a new area or rest. That means long adventures in one area, clearing out a bandit camp, or adventuring across the open expanses of the surface can be lost in the blink of an eye. Or mine. Or ill-tempered monstrosity. So make sure you are frequently taking the time to save. It's also worth creating extra saves near key moments, like when you reach the end of Vault 101 for the first time. That way you can go back and reevaluate your decisions, or have a backup in case any unfortunate bugs pop up. The base version of Fallout 3 has a level cap of 20. This is increased to 30 with the Broken Steel DLC. A finite number of levels means you should avoid investing any perks into things like Swift Learner, which increase your XP gains, since you'll reach that level eventually anyway. That perk slot can be better spent on things that will be useful long term, like skill boosts. It wouldn't be a Bethesda game if you weren't in a constant war with how much you can carry, but Fallout 3 makes it easy thanks to the built-in repair system. Anytime you have more than one of the same item, like Raider leather for example, you can use one set to repair the other. This removes the item from your inventory and the value of the repaired item goes up. It's not quite the same value as if you sold both pieces separately, but it's great in a pinch and ensures you get at least some return on all the weapons and armor you liberate.
You've got to get out of here!
Sure, it may be tempting to focus first on the main quest in Fallout 3, but you are better off sticking around the starting area for a while. The missions and enemies in this section of the map are balanced for low-level play, while the main story very quickly takes you into the more dangerous heart of the city. A few hours spent near Megaton and Vault 101 goes a long way towards getting you prepared, and can save a lot of frustration down the line.
You'll rig it to the bomb? Then you'll get paid. Handsomely. What do you say?
There are 8 potential companions, not including trusty Mutt Dogmeat, that can aid you in your wasteland adventure. They are extremely useful, capable of helping out in combat and carrying extra gear that is weighing you down. But you need to be careful. Unlike Fallout 4 and other Bethesda-developed games, your allies can permanently die. Take the time to supply them with quality armor and they should generally be okay.
In the words of Elder Theus, a brother well-equipped is a brother keeping to his duty.
Also, good characters can recruit the super mutant Forks. His enormous health pool means he's generally not someone you need to worry about.
Go away, leader!
Sure, you can craft one of the most beautiful vault dwellers the end of the world has ever seen, but sometimes it's worth wearing a more, let's say, rustic mug. The Ghoul Mask is a one-of-a-kind headgear in Fallout 3 that may lack in the charm department, but more than makes up for it in how useful it is. When you put this on, feral ghouls will completely ignore you, allowing you to easily get around some of the most dangerous areas of the capital wasteland. In order to get the Ghoul Mask, you will need to visit Tenpenny Tower.
What do you want?
And complete the associated quest by siding with Roy Phillips and the ghouls. There is good and evil ways to help him, and Roy will gift you the mask following either option.
They think I'm a monster? I'll show them the real monsters.
There are a lot of people in the ruins of Washington, D.C., and it's worth taking the time to talk to just about anybody with a name. This is the best way to encounter some of the most interesting characters around, and to unearth easy-to-miss side quests.
Now that you mentioned it, I've noticed that Moira has hired a mercenary to protect her goods.
And as long as you're chatting up the locals, you should consider investing points into charisma and speech. Passing skill checks in conversation can open up all sorts of opportunities to bypass busy work, negotiate higher payouts, and gather useful information. As an added bonus, you get experience points for every successful speech challenge.
And here, you can take this rifle and ammo.
If you are just beginning your adventures in the DC ruins, be sure to check out our guide to the things to do first in Fallout 3. You can find that and much more in our Fallout 3 wiki. And for everything else, keep it locked on IGN.